Oh, it's definitely earned me more money. Just like Decatur, they were paying 70 cents more for summer corn there in August. We were hauling corn 100 mile for 40 cents, and we're making 30 cents, and I wouldn't even known that price was probably on there. I wouldn't have thought of calling Decatur, but when you go to the Grower's Edge page, then it takes all that running around out of it for you.
Good afternoon, welcome to GrainTV. My name's Cody Bill, this is Logan Burgess. Today is Wednesday the 19th, and we have the grain markets rallying here, particularly that new crop contract for corn, soybeans, and wheat. Let's turn right over to the Fire Tip trading platform, see where we closed off the day here. Corn for July delivery trading up 6 3/4 cents, with the new crop December contract up 19 1/4. Soybeans for July trading up 7 3/4, with the November contract up 16 1/4. Wheat in Chicago trading up 17 3/4 cents, and Kansas City wheat trading up 19 1/2 cents. You know, Logan, I think the big thing that drove the market here was the fundamental news, and particularly the Informa announcements.
Right.
What were they and why they drive the market?
Yeah, we did get some changes today from Informa on their expectations for the 2013-14 corn crop. If we look at those numbers there, they took 1.5 million acres off the expected acreage down to 95.26 million acres expected there. Certainly right now acreage is kind of at the forefront of everybody's mind, especially after the USDA failed to take any expected acreage off the table in their June WASDE report. As we know, we have the June 28th planted acreage report coming down the line here, so I think that a big name like Informa coming out and laying down a pretty substantial acreage reduction certainly pressured grains higher, particularly that new crop corn contract.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Informa, where did they come out on the spectrum of analyst expectations? Were they in the middle? Did they meet? Were they high side or low side?
Yeah, if we look at the numbers from the June WASDE report, the USDA is projecting 97.3 million acres of corn planted. A lot of private analysts out there are looking for between 1 and 2 million acres of corn removed in the planted acreage report coming out on the 28th. On the low end of expectations, if we did see 2 million acres taken off, that would put us down at 95.3 million acres planted, and we had the Informa numbers today coming in just below even that, 95.26 million acres. So certainly that's kind of what people are looking at there, setting the foundation here for a pretty sizable acreage revision on the 28th, and certainly played out in Chicago there, up 19 1/4 on new crop corn.
Now, also as a component of that report, they did have a yield estimate for corn of 160.8. We have the USDA right now forecasting about 156.5 in their June report. Why didn't that impact the market?
Yeah, it certainly seemed like that figure was kind of written off here today. Certainly overlooked by a lot of traders. It's still very early in the crop year. If you remember last year, the corn crop was still looking quite good at this time of the year. Certainly we have a later planted crop this year, but I think the story kind of holds is that right now yield is anybody's guess. Who knows what the growing season is going to be like coming down the pipe, but the acreage number is something I think a bit more tangible, I think, for traders to hold on to. It's survey based, and as I said, a little bit more tangible results there out of the acreage number, and certainly it seemed like that was dominating things today. Funds were huge buyers of new crop corn, or the corn market in general, up 18,000, or they purchased 18,000 contracts in today's action. So certainly that yield number wasn't holding anybody back in today's trade.
Absolutely. We also had the Fed chairman come out and have a press conference. A lot of people were anticipating some sort of signs that the bond buying program was going to slow down, or perhaps already in the process of slowing down. It seems that those expectations were not met. It seems as though Ben Bernanke is going to continue the bond buying program. He did raise his economic forecast for 2014 pretty significantly, and that might have had a little bit of an effect here. With that sort of an increase in economic forecast, it could really bolster the demand side for the 2014 corn, soybeans, and wheat crop there. So I think that might have helped a little bit, but overall I didn't see a huge impact by Bernanke's press conference. One thing that we did notice is the dollar index, after selling off sharply for the last couple of months, it seems rebounded sharply here. That could impact the grains going forward tomorrow. But for the most part, I think it just adds a lot of support here to the rally that we saw in corn, soybeans, and wheat. We do have export sales coming out tomorrow. What are the analyst expectations, Logan?
Yeah, expectations there. On the old crop, relatively quiet day expected for corn and soybeans. Wheat, however, people are expecting between 350 and 550,000 metric tons reported sold there. Looking at the new crop, relatively quiet on wheat, kind of a role reversal here, and actually pretty good sales expected for soybeans between 350 and 550,000 metric tons there. So we'll keep you posted on that here on GrainTV. In general, though, Cody, I think that kind of wraps up the action that we saw here for a Wednesday. Thanks a lot for joining us here on GrainTV. We'll see you tomorrow for the export sales report.